Luksao, rolling arms. So first things first, you want to know the actual shapes themselves. And it's pretty simple. So you've already learnt the shapes in Siu Tao. One is tan to bong and bong to tan, and the other is low fuk to high fuk. I mean, you've extended the fuksao out, but now it goes upwards because of the pressure of the other person. So first, let's just go through the shapes, get used to those. So start yourselves with your, I suggest you start with the right hand tan bong. So use your left just so they can mirror it, yeah? Yeah, you face me actually, yeah? So the tan starting in tan sao, and then from tan sao, you roll up to bong sao. Now the difference from when you do it in the form is that you're maintaining the space in front of you. You're keeping it equidistant from your body to the wrist in front of you. You're not starting here and coming out. You're maintaining that space in front of you. So you roll from tan to bong, keeping, so you go through it slowly. Yeah, good. Keep it a little bit closer to you, yeah. Relax the hips, spine tall. Yeah. Keep your stance in your state. Yeah, good. Again. So see how it keeps the wrist approximately, like if you're quite, there may be give and take, back and forth a little bit, keep going, depending on when you have pressure on the opponent, but it's approximately equidistant from the body. So you go bong to tan. Now things to think about is that the wrist and hand stay connected to the center, the elbow stays arcing, the energetic arc, the intention is to come through the center, the physical arc is outward. You'll see the elbow arcs outward, but my intention still is through the center. So you know, you've got the physical movement, wrist, hand on center, elbow as it comes up, arcing out, as it comes down, arcing in, right? But keeping that sense of forwardness the whole time. And this is the tan to bong sao movement. Next, stay there. You're going to maintain stance, yeah? So tai gong, relax the hips, yeah? Yeah. So you never want to get yourself to a place where you feel like you're getting ghetto booty, right? You want to be thinking centered and letting the hips relax down so tai gong, center, sense the space, so that you're connecting the legs and the upper body, yeah? Make sure you're conscious of that because they're going to be, you know, observing and copying you. And if you start ghetto bootying, they're going to copy the ghetto booty, right? So next, we're going to do fuksao. So yeah, start with your left hand, I'd suggest, and we'll do right, yeah? So you do right hand, yeah? And you start from fuksao position at the extended fuksao, so it's not fully straight, it's at the end of where you do fuksao in the form. About a 3/4 extension with a good kind of 3/4 bend in the arm. Now, from here, this hand, you maintain forward focus from the wrist and the elbow, and the hand goes up. Now, there will be a subtle change in the positioning of your hand, but don't worry too much about that. Just rise it up and let it naturally occur, yeah? And then just slowly going through. Now, you want to make sure as you come up, your elbow maintains the inward arc. So maybe you face forward and do it. Yeah, in the center. Center. Yeah. All right. So see how that went outward? Keep the internal arc, yeah? So as you roll through fuksao, the most important part of the fuksao shape is to have the inward arc of the elbow. If the elbow does not arc inward, right? So if Noah turns a little bit diagonally towards me. If Noah's elbow does not arc towards my center, then any protection from the inside gate. So the fuksao protects the inside of the inside gate. So any attacks coming through the inside of his arm, not the outside of his arm, the inside of his arm, are met with the directionality of the elbow joint. The elbow, if I exaggerate it, arcs this way into the center so that any incoming pressure along the inside of the forearm and hand can be drawn up through the elbow, through the humerus, and into the spine and stance itself. As opposed to if I have contact on the inside of my forearm and my elbow goes this way, see how there's nothing to draw that pressure in. Structurally, I'm not absorbing the actual incoming pressure, I'm kind of running away from it. Meaning, if Noah's elbow does not arc in towards the center and it arcs outward this way, I can hit him because nothing's stopping me, right? But if his elbow does arc, now when I go to hit through, the force travels through his structure into his stance. So now he has something to stop me from hitting him. So that's the most important point on the fuksao, is to have the arc of the elbow into the center plane. So back to the center. The center. Keep going with it. So keep practicing that full-out movement for a moment. Yeah? Elbow arcs to the center. This is in the center plane. Spine tall. Yeah, good. Yeah. Elbow arcs coming up and down. Elbow arcing up and down. Thanks. Now do it sideways. I'll go with them. So elbows arcing, moving up and down. Okay. Now let's bring those together. So you did the Tan Bong, did the Fook. Now let's do both. So if one hand starts in Tan Sao, for example, the other hand starts in High Fook Sao. Let's go. Yeah. And then from here, they switch from top to bottom. The elbow stays in the center. So this is purely the actual shapes themselves. And these are supposed to be working in unison of pressure with another person. But for now, elbows aiming through the center, even though the Bong Sao one arcs out. Everything's aimed through the center line, maintaining the shapes. Bong, low fook, Tan, high fook. Bong, low fook, Tan, high fook. Now, as the hands cross, there will be a level of space required, so you can't just go through your own hands, obviously. So it's kind of like you're caressing around the outside. Yeah? Keep going. Good. That's on. Okay. Good. Right, so you can just practice. If you're on your own, you're just going to have to practice the shapes on your own. You don't have anyone to give you feedback for that. So once again, it's time to find a training partner. So you can practice the shapes on your own. Once again, if you do have any questions, put them in the community, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.